I pulled a JJ. Yes, I pulled a JJ Syphilis 797. I muted myself. He's always with us, so. Hey, welcome to another episode of What's Up with the Universe. I'm your host, Elijah Who. And if you wonder what I'm drinking, hmm, I decided to make myself a little festive holiday drink. Lactose intolerant, so I got some oat milk, eggnog, and of course, I got me alcohol with a splash of nutmeg. I want to welcome everybody here who's watching on a live stream. I want to remind everybody that either or, click a thumbs up, click a thumbs down. I don't care. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit a subscribe button. So you never know what I'm gonna put up. So hey, never know, right? Today we are going to be talking about what is the difference between astronomy, astrophysics, and cosmology. And before I get into this, no, it's not THC infused eggnog. Well, Mike, I do not have that. I just have alcohol in it. Like I said, before we get into this, we are going to be doing a giveaway for everybody who's watching live on the stream. We're giving away this, a moon poster. Yes, a classic moon poster. So, in order to win, you're going to have to type in on YouTube the secret word. The secret word is #science. If you type this into the chat, you will automatically be entered. #science, right here. #science. Type that into the chat, you will automatically be entered to win. Okay? Like I said, I'm only going to verbally say this once. This is the hashtag. So, you want to enter to win the poster? Type in that secret word. Okay? I will be mentioning it periodically during this episode, but that is the actual secret word to enter to win the poster. And let's see. Oops, sorry. Let me start collecting comments here. So far, we have 2 entries. Awesome sauce. Okay. What is the difference between astronomy, astrophysics, and cosmology? I mean, I talk about all sorts of all 3 of these topics here in a mixture of my shows, but I'm going to give a little breakdown exactly what they actually mean. Because space, with its solar systems, galaxies, stars, and planets, is something breathtaking in its vastness and complexity. I mean, with so much there is to be known, and with such a sense among us that we know so little, the fascination is totally understandable. I mean, so what is a black hole? What exactly caused the Big Bang? I mean, how exactly do gravitational forces work? Will galactic travel ever be possible? I mean, all these questions you ask yourself as a kid and sometimes as an adult don't actually become much clearer as you get older. Indeed, the greatest minds in science right now, astronomers and physical experts, wouldn't necessarily have the right answer for you that you're actually looking for. I mean, that's because we're really fairly new to the game of investigating the universe. I mean, sure, we think we have pretty good telescopes, we know a little bit about star formation, and we just observe gravitational waves. But anyone who knows anything about this stuff will tell you we're only just scratching the surface, and there was a lot more to know. I mean, this is why the space industry is so busy, and why there are so many jobs in space studies and research that you may never realize. I mean, we're going to take a look at some of the 3 main disciplines in the study of science. Space science, basically. Cosmology, astronomy, and astrophysics. Of course, these roles overlap and do take inspiration from each other, but they're actually slightly different. And any space enthusiastic person should know what the differences are. I mean, we know. Although it's not on the surface, the most interesting question about space. However, it does draw out some questionable questions that scientists who study life ask different questions, like how many species are a plant are there? I mean, like, how do cells work? What is the meaning of life? I mean, these same differences between questions occur in space also. So, what exactly is the difference between an astronomer, astrophysicist, or cosmologist? Well, astronomy. Astronomy, broadly speaking, is the study of things in the universe. Sorry, I want to do that real fast. Okay. It's basically the study of things in the universe. Astronomers use fairly traditional observational techniques, including high sophisticated telescopes. They use that to describe what they see and to calculate the interactions between orbits and objects. We've been practicing astronomy for millennia. I mean, in all different civilizations in all parts of the world. And of course, in the recent history of this discipline, science has been concerned with discovering new objects, galaxies, and background radiation. I mean, astrophysics. If an astronomer is a larger umbrella term, astrophysics makes a part of the discipline, where we might say that astronomy is mainly descriptive. Astrophysicists see to explain the process and mechanics of the universe.
Hey, what's happening? This is Coronemic, and I'm talking to you from my backyard. Just signed up for Cameo app because Sean asked and told me that's what all the cool kids are doing. So I'm just trying to be one of the cool kids. But I am dedicated to this. Dedicated to leaving you a message, no matter what the conditions are. That's why I'm doing this in the rain, to prove to you how serious I am about this. I mean, I will give you a shout out from a train, you know. I'll give a shout out to you while I'm on a plane. I'll give a shout out to you from a car. I'll give a shout out to you from a dive bar. In fact, I heard that David Faustino's on here as well. He said that he was gonna give some weird and creepy shout outs, but I challenge him. You want a weird and creepy shout out? Came to the right place, buddy.
Dude, okay, if you guys want us to have Coronemic stop interrupting my show, book a Cameo. His link is on the YouTube, okay? Maybe he'll just stop. We're talking about scientists, not people who played as scientists on the show, okay? Sheesh. I mean, we actually have scientists right here on the screen for you guys. Basically, astrophysics here. Okay. I mean, we're talking about, this means the applying of knowledge of physics to the phenomena in space. I'm not highlighting that, Mike. I mean, what about astrology? The most important one is astrology real thing? Nah, astronomy. Okay, we're talking. Sorry, Mike. We're talking about astrophysics here. This means applying the knowledge of physics on the phenomenon in space itself. Basically, using theories of thermodynamics, nuclear fission, quantum mechanics, and some particular physics. I mean, some say that all astronomy these days, given its complexity in science, is essentially astrophysics, as attention has turned from describing the universe to explaining it. I mean, dark matter, dark energy, and black hole theory, they are all problematic problems which astrophysics actually work with. I mean, we have cosmology. Finally, cosmologists ask the big question. The discipline grew out of the ancient practice of explaining the origin, development, and structure of the universe as a whole. Cosmology basically is the understanding is the universe explaining and why. I mean, did the Big Bang start the universe? And if so, why did it happen? These are some of the things that cosmologists actually think about and actually work on. I mean, however, this definition does not really give us a full sense of everything that cosmology is and has been. I mean, because cosmology is often overlapped with and had been propelled by speculations and philosophy and mechanics as well. It's basically about the nature and the universe and its origins. So let's actually talk about some of the major milestones in astronomy and astrophysics. So far, as we know, the progresses of astronomy and astrophysics have been very slow. Of course, in recent centuries, it has sped up dramatically. I'm gonna highlight some of the fundamental discoveries and major stones for you. And if you're looking for the secret word, you have to rewind all the way back at the beginning because I only said it. I only verbally said it once. What the secret word is to find out what the poster is. So if you want to find out what the poster is, ask somebody in the chat, or rewind the back of the stream and fast forward here. Okay, we are talking about some of the discoveries here. Aristarchus. He proposed the first heliocentric orbit. I mean, astronomers were hindered for 1,500 years due to the influence of Ptolemy, the Greek mathematician, geographer, and astronomer. Undoubtedly an incredibly smart guy. His commitment to the geocentric model of the universe and his general intellectual authority, he had scientists going in the wrong direction for centuries. I mean, 300 years before him, Aristarchus, another Greek thinker, had proposed instead the heliocentric model. I mean, which suggests that the Earth goes around the sun. If he hadn't been ignored, this would have been a major scientific breakthrough. This happened in 270 BC. Of course, let's fast forward a couple centuries. In 1572, Tycho Brahe observed a supernova. And in 1608, Hans Lippershey invented the first refracting telescope, as you can see here. This is an actual image of the refracting telescope. And with the aid of the telescope, Galileo, 1610, he basically discovered the way we think about the world. Of course, I did not miss out on Copernicus, who in 1543 suggested that actually, as Aristarchus suggested, the Earth goes around the sun. Yet his theories did not gain traction until Galileo finally proved them to be factually true in 1610. I mean, with his own telescope, he found spots on the sun and 4 moons of Jupiter. Of course, not everyone liked his discoveries. I mean, the church. They bothered him all of his life. He was a heretic. Yes, Final Mike, the sun does not revolve around you. The Earth does not revolve around you. The Earth revolves around the sun, okay? Where was I? Oh, yeah. I was talking about discoveries. How can we forget the apple? Yes, Isaac Newton. He published a book on gravity in 1687. And let's go a few more years forward to 1781. William Herschel. He discovered Uranus, not Uranus. It's pronounced Uranus. And he extended our knowledge of basically our knowledge of the solar system. And in 1814, Joseph von Fraunhofer, he built the very first spectrometer. Okay, let me explain what this is. In the 19th century, inventions were basically abounded. Simple inventions, people were trying to invent new things for simple ways of life and for scientific instruments as well. I mean, one of the most important of these was his spectrometer. It was the first instrument used to observe and analyze the materials of which stars are made of. The stellar spectrometry analysis it analyzes the light emitted by stars, and with great sophistication, one can use this evidence to infer the makeup of a distant object's surface, which has been factually collaborated, of course. I need to drink more eggnog. Sorry, 1 second here. Take a look at the Whirlpool Galaxy that was the largest telescope ever discovered in 1845. It's also known as the Miser 5. Oh, that is very good eggnog. Okay, moving on to more discoveries. Yes, this is Neptune. We're talking about Neptune. On the night about 175, 180 years ago, I don't feel like doing math. 1846, you do the math for me, please. Astronomers discovered Neptune, 8th planet orbiting our sun. And this is very unique because this was the first planetary discovery made based on mathematical calculations. Yeah, they predicted the position due to the observed preparations in the orbit of the planet Uranus. It was the first planet ever discovered not by direct observation, which is pretty fascinating. I love this. I love science. Yeah, it's been going through some tough times because they keep on, last time something like years ago, it was in the same place as Uranus, but I think it misses its old spot. Maybe that's why it's sad. Okay, let's talk about something else here. The possibility of spaceflight. In 1895, Konstantin Solovsky theorized and accurately predicted the possibility of spaceflight, which allowed us to go to space. And of course, when we're talking about scientists, how can I forget? How can I forget this goofy little dude right here? Einstein, yes. In 1905, his theory of relativity blows the astronomical minds out of the world. And thanks to him, Edwin Hubble in 1923 proved that the galaxies exist beyond our own. Edwin Hubble actually proved that the solar system is not the whole entire world. The galaxy is not the whole entire world. We have other galaxies out there. I mean, he was one of the greatest astronomers of the 20th century. His most important contribution was to identify that things believed to be nebulae, clouds of dust essentially, were actually distinct galaxies. I mean, like the Whirlpool galaxy. I mean, at this point, basically, the astronomers moved beyond the Milky Way galaxy, and he expanded our knowledge of science. Cecilia Payne. She used the spectro. Sorry, one second. She used spectroscopy to show that stars are mainly hydrogen. In 1925, it wasn't until this point that we actually realized what stars were actually made of. I mean, the answer discovered by her was hydrogen. Discovery was basically a huge importance, as it basically helped us to understand the star formation and the chemical makeup of everything in the galaxy and the universe. Speaking of the universe, in 1927, the Big Bang Theory was born. Not the TV show. That was 100 years later. The actual theory of the Big Bang. I mean, it's one of the most famous aspects of astronomy. It's the original movement of the universe. George Lemaitre, he's the one that suggested the idea first. Having considered that the universe is actually continually expanding. And of course, Hubble was going to confirm this 2 years later in 1929. Hans Bethe will explain what happened in the center of the sun in 1938. And of course, I have to mention 1969, Neil Armstrong. Yes, rest in peace, Neil Armstrong. The first human to walk on an exoplanetary body besides the Earth. Man walks on the moon. And of course, in 71, Russia landed the first probe on Mars. And 1972, proof of a black hole. I mean, it wasn't just speculation until then, but it was finally proven in 1972 when Charles Thomas Bolton, he confirmed irrefutably the existence of a black hole when he saw a star wobbling in its orbit. He knew that this acid star was required to have to be too big to be another star because it couldn't see the other star. No, you cannot see a black hole, but you can see the light around the black hole. In 2013, Voyager 1 officially leaves the solar system and enters interstellar space. Yes, Voyager 1 has surpassed Pluto, has surpassed Charon, has surpassed this. It's in interstellar space finally. And of course, speaking of black holes, in 2019, the very, very first image of a black hole was ever detected. This is an actual picture of the black hole. As you can see, the hole in the middle, that's the black hole. Okay, I wonder how many people actually entered this my little contest here to win a poster of the moon. Let's find out. Let me do this over here. Let's see. Oh, we have two. Okay, we have two entries. Okay. Wow, we only have two entries. I'm going to give you guys a countdown into the secret word again. Because we only got two entries here. Come on. Who wants to enter? more eggnog. Okay, let's see. It is time for a giveaway. Let me take away this poster. For this is what I'm giving away right here for everybody who entered the secret word. The secret word in the chat. I'm giving away a moon poster here. So far we have 4 entries, and I am getting ready to hit the draw button. You guys ready? Let me expand this one up some more so you guys can see this here. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Who's gonna win? 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 Who's gonna win a moon poster? It's coming close. It's coming close. And it is Kai MFS. Oh, congratulations, Kai. Yay. Kai, send me a DM on Twitter with your mailing information. I will send you this. Okay? I need to know where to send it. Congratulations, Kai. MFS. Yay. Congratulations, dude. Woohoo. Hey, it's good luck, man. Dude, you won. So send me your contact information so I can mail you that poster, okay? And I want to thank everybody. Congratulations to Kai for winning a poster. If you watch this on Restream, I think I need more eggnog. If you rewatch this on a Restream, on rewatch, and you're wondering what just happened, how do you win a poster? Well, I'm going to be giving away every once in a while. So I may be giving away a poster, maybe giving away something else, but it's all going to be science related. Yes, which means you don't have to pay a damn thing to answer anything. It's open to all U.S. residents, all non-U.S. residents. Sorry, extraterrestrials. I can't ship to another star system. It's way too expensive to launch into space right now. So, okay. And on that note, can somebody take care of that little bot, please? I'm not my little YouTube. How do I do this here? Can somebody take care of that, please? Oh, I'm in the show anyway, so. Have a good night, everybody. And I hope everybody has a good day. Later, people.